The next piece of equipment that we come to is your pool filter. And this is an item that's normally cleaned by your pool maintenance company. However, if you are the one maintaining your pool, it's important to make sure that this element inside of the cartridge gets cleaned typically once a month. To do that, we come to our timer box, which controls our pump. We want to shut the pump off so that we can safely open this filter. So I'm going to use this manual dial to turn the pump off. And now I'm free to go ahead and start the opening of the filter. The first thing we do is come to this valve here on the top. We call this the air bleeder. In this case, we're actually going to be letting air in as we open it. You can, if you're listening, you can hear the suction as the water level goes down in the filter and it fills with air. This is going to help you open the filter because you won't be fighting a vacuum. The next step for opening the filter is this ring right here. You'll notice there's a tab here that's a little bit larger than the other tabs on the opposite sides. So on both sides where these larger tabs are, there's a button underneath. Depress both buttons simply so you can get it out of a locked position. And then within a quarter turn, the ring comes off, and set that aside. The next step is to lift up on the upper housing, typically by these two handle points. And this will expose your filter element that, again, is cleaned typically once a month. To clean this filter, you simply get a garden hose with a good pressured jet nozzle and hose out the outside. I typically start from the top, work my way down in small sections, and rotate and do the same. Once the filter is completely rinsed out, you're welcome to put this back in the housing and start the system back up, simply in reverse order. Do not let the filter drop. Gently place it in position. You don't want the bottom of it to compress, which would expose some of the holes and allow debris to bypass the filter. When I place the lid back on, I'm aware of where this gauge is pointing so that I can see it as I approach the pool equipment on my next visit. Put the ring back on, and I always start with going backwards a little bit to make sure the threads are straight. You'll feel when the ring locks into place with that clicking sound. At this point, I leave the air bleeder in the open position to flush all the air out of the filter so we know that we're using the entire filter to clean the water. Turning on the pump will flush that air out. This may take about a minute because as the filter is open, the pump loses its initial power and has to reprime to build up pressure. As it's doing that, air is releasing from the bleeder. Don't close the bleeder until you see water. I can hear it coming.